What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and apparently this just in that Carmelo Anthony has been let out on bail. So we're trying to figure this out because at the end of the day, though, most people in that situation with this type of evidence, they don't get let out on bail. So let's go here now. Let's see what's going on. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
Elements in that deadly stabbing at a high school track meet in Frisco. The teenage suspect just bonded out of the Collin County Jail after a judge reduced Carmelo Anthony's bond from $1 million down to $250,000. Carmelo Anthony is now under house arrest, and Brittany Moncrief is at the county jail where he just walked free.
That's right, Chris. Carmelo Anthony was released probably about 30 minutes ago, and this all after an unusual bond hearing this morning. Now, cameras weren't allowed inside the courthouse, but I can tell you that it was heightened security, including 2 metal detectors. Now, Judge Angela Tucker tells us that her office, as well as both families, have been receiving calls and messages that no one should have to listen to.
It's what happens outside.
Threats and talk of race war and all kinds of insanity
that shapes matters inside.
This has definitely rocked our entire community.
While Collin County Courthouse holds countless bond hearings, it's this one.
How far did you travel to get here today?
3 hours.
That's drawing more attention and more security. With not a courtroom seat empty, 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony appeared before Judge Angela Tucker for a bond hearing in the stabbing death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a UIL track meet on April 2nd in Frisco.
Self-defense is a protection that applies to each and every one of us.
Anthony's attorney, Mike Howard, asking the judge to drop his $1 million bond to $150,000.
There are 2 sides to every story. And Carmelo is a 17-year-old kid and an excellent student.
Anthony's father, Andrew, took the stand stating Anthony is captain of his school's track and football team. He says his family can't afford the $1 million bond as he's taken leave from work and will need to move into a new home for safety reasons.
Now, see, this is my issue here. Because and this is amazing to me that this black boy is getting released like that. Most times this would never happen, definitely for a young black man. But this is the case here. How is this possible? Because clearly, we know that he did stab the young man. We know this. These are facts. Now, in most cases, they would keep him in jail. They would keep him in lockup until like the trial and stuff like that. I'm surprised that he's getting out on bond here. So the judge lowered it from $1 million to $250,000. And, now he's released, he's going home. The Metcalf kid, he's in the ground. What is really going on here? And the lawyer's talking about there's 2 sides to every story. They're trying to present the situation like Carmelo was in danger and stuff like that. If he was such in danger, why was he in their tent? We keep saying these facts here. People trying to figure this out because this doesn't make any sense. He was over there with them in their tent. He didn't go to that school. Why was he over there with a knife in his bag? Man, make this make sense.
The Collin County District Attorney's Office argues Anthony's family raised more than $400,000 through GoFundMe and Gifts and Go.
It's the most unnatural thing for a parent to lose their child.
Judge Tucker decided to drop the bond to $250,000, taking in consideration Anthony's age, ties to the community, and no criminal past. Anthony must be on house arrest wearing a leg monitor and can only leave home with the judge's permission.
I feel it's fair. Bond, as the judge said, is not supposed to be an instrument of oppression.
And looking forward to reviewing all the facts of the case.
It's those facts that we have yet to hear.
So as a mother myself, I feel that it's very painful on both sides.
And part of Anthony's bond is that he will have to check in with the court every Friday. And if he violates his bond restrictions in any way, he'll be placed back here at Collin County Court. Chris?
All right, thanks, Brittany. Just in an hour from now, Frisco ISD will hold its first school board meeting since that stabbing, and they're expected to ask for a low attendance waiver at Memorial High because so many students were grieving and stayed home from school.
All right, so this is where it's at here, and these are the facts, and it's a sad situation to see what's going on and how this is playing out. This young man is getting out on bond, basically, you know, and we clearly know that he actually stabbed this young man, and pretty much in cold blood. Like, you know, nobody over there had any type of weapons or anything. And then he also, like we keep saying, he was in the wrong place. He was not even where his team was supposed to be. He was over there with them. He deliberately went over there where they were at. I don't know, man. This is crazy to me. And this is highly disrespectful to the Metcalf family and things like that. Sorry, but I'm just going to be honest with you here. This is wild. You know, because if the shoe was on the other foot, they will be locked. He'll still be locked up. He'll still be locked up. And even if he wasn't, the people would just be just as much as outraged if Metcalf had to stab Anderson and then got out on bond too. Come on, man. This is crazy, man. But it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.